whatever food that has BHT, put it down.
Put it down. Why?
Don't take it. For those of us who drink any milk, any milk.
Yeah, I heard it's not good for you.
American milk has something called the RBST or the BGH hormones.
Okay.
No wonder people think they are girls when they are boys, and they are boys when they are girls. Because they're putting poison in their bodies.
Poison in their bodies.
That's why we are sick generation. Mm-hmm. All these cancers coming out of nowhere. It's
out of nowhere.
That we're putting in our bodies.
Out of nowhere. This stuff wasn't.
Let's chill.
What's up, chillers? It's your boy, Coach LJ, your supportive friend, your guy, your coach, and I'm with my co-host, my awesomeness, my best friend, Lady Caesar. She is in the building. Yes, you know we're about that vibe. Each and every week, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got us, so we like to jump right in with welcome to Sunday Funday, where we're all about learning, being informative, and having fun. So what's popping on this Sunday Funday, sweetheart? What's popping?
So I've been thinking.
What's good?
You know, I'm gaining a lot of weight ever since I came into this country, and you know that I don't eat as much. Because some people be like, oh, she's eating a lot. I don't eat as much. And I do walk a lot. I might not be exercising, physically hard, but I do some stuff to keep my body moving. But the weight just not going down. And I understand it's got to do with my hormones and my age as well, et cetera, et cetera. But it also has to do a lot with the foods that I have been exposed to in this country. So it made me think, okay, it's a holiday season. People are buying a lot of food. It would be good to get out this episode and make people aware of the foods they're putting in their cabinets.
And their stomach.
Their stomach for their kids as well. Because you might not see the effects now, but in the long term, you find yourself, because I know in America, the high rate of cancer has gone very high.
Up. And
obesity, and all these diseases. And it's because of what we are ingesting and what our government has allowed to be on our stores. And so today's episode is more about products or food that's common U.S. food, common food that almost every American family buys, that is banned in other countries. So common U.S. foods that are banned in other countries. That alone is a red flag. You know, like why would other countries ban it and America allow it when we have the FDA, Food and Drug Administrator, who makes sure that they check if the things that we are ingesting are okay. Some of these FDA people, I don't know.
It's big business.
It's about business. The first one, actually, it's cereal. There's actually a variety of cereal, but we're going to talk about one today.
Yes. And
hopefully in the near future, we're going to be breaking, because there's so much food out there that is banned in other countries, but is allowed in America. And of course, I think some third world countries have taken on, because I remember eating Frosted Flakes in South Africa, and this is a Kellogg's brand. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Not supposed to be eaten by your kids, even yourself, because
wow, that's crazy. I used to eat that too. I used to eat it.
I don't think anybody knew, because Kellogg's, first of all, is a trusted brand, and,
supposed to be, allegedly,
but they do allow certain things in their cereal that is wrong. So this is one of them. So they have food additives. So that's why you want to eat so much of it.
Yeah.
You want to eat more, and people be having it for dinner as well.
Yeah. I used to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, when I was younger, especially when you grew up in the hood, when you don't have as much, so a lot of times, that's all you can afford. And so if that's all you can afford, you know, that's when we had cereal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We eat it 3 times a day, 4 times a day. We want whatever.
Especially for college students. I remember in college, you have cornflakes and so forth
yeah.
For breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what you can afford. That's what you can.
So what do these cereals have? They have food additives. They say think flame retardants, and suspected carcinogens. I know carcinogens. They are cancer causing. It's cancer causing whatever, but whatever that's called carcinogens. It causes cancer.
Okay.
So you can imagine you eating these things. You are making yourself more susceptible to cancer in the long run. So,
yes. Okay.
One of the other things that are in these cereals is a substance called BHT. Whatever food that has BHT, put it down.
Put it down. Why?
Don't take it. So BHT, like I said, it has this thing that has a carcinogenic, which is cancer causing in your body. So you don't want that. And most of these companies, they put that because it's a flavor enhancer.
Oh, okay.
So it makes things more flavorful, but it's so wrong in so many ways. BHT.
Well, any added flavors or what, a lot of them is cancerous, and you know, a lot it's got some effects to it. All these different flavors or whatever.
And it's just not one set of cereal. We'll actually do another episode where we mention the various cereals that have this BHT. So check your cereal. If it has BHT, don't eat it. Don't give it to your kids. You are killing them. Okay. Now, another one is my favorite fish. So there's 2 different types of fish so this fish is really good in many ways, but if it's farm-raised salmon, don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Because remember, when it's farm-raised...
Yes, it's not from the sea. It's man-made.
Thank you. So you need wild salmon, right, that you're going to find in the sea. So read your labels. I think that's the gist of this episode. Read your labels. Yeah. Because it's farm-raised. They're gonna add some stuff to make it grow. They're gonna add the
hormones, all the antibiotics, help it to grow. Yeah.
And farm-raised salmon in America is fed something called astaxanthin to give it the color flavor. I mean, to give it the color. The orange
flavor, the orange
look. Yeah. And you think, oh, that looks good. It has that chemical, and that chemical ain't good for you.
And you know what too? Some of these salmons, you could tell it's not real. It don't look real because the look, you're like, okay, that's not the color. It's like it look different. It don't look like a real salmon.
So buy wild and don't buy farm raised. Because farm raised, just imagine, it's like chicken that's raised in a farm. It's not the wild chicken. Wild chicken is much more healthier because that's organic. Yes. It grows by itself. Farm raised, they want to make it look thick and big. Because some of the salmon, you think, like you're saying, you'll be thinking, why is it so big?
No, not just that. No, but
why is it so orange?
No, it's the color. It don't look right. It don't look right.
And these chemicals are banned in other countries. It even has a substance called petrochemical. Even the word tells you it's a chemical. Petrochemical, which is banned in Australia and New Zealand. But Americans, we eat it. And that's why we're getting sick. Right? So that's the salmon.
Yeah, that's the salmon.
And we love salmon.
We love salmon.
So now we know we're no longer buying farm raised. We're looking for wild salmon.
Wild salmon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the thing is too, a lot of times, that's why you don't want to go to places like Sam Club and
where they sell in bulk because they're gonna get the cheapest that they can get.
Yeah, like ShopRite. You gotta go to like a place like if they sell like a Kroger's or maybe Trader Joe's, where they sell more
Woolies
organic.
In South Africa.
Woolies. They sell organic.
Woolworths. Oh yeah, that's the what's it that we call the expensive store that we have here.
Trader Joe's.
No, Trader Joe's is actually very reasonable.
Whole Foods?
Whole Foods. That's the Whole Foods of South Africa, kind of. The standard is there up to that level.
But Whole Foods sell both. The Trader Joe's mostly sell organic. And, you know, so places like that, you want to go to that sell more organic and less. Especially if you don't have the farms. Like, you know, like if you're in Maine, you got it good because, or Mass, Boston, whatever, because you could actually go to the fish, the fishery,
the fishermen,
whatever they sell the fish, you actually go there because they actually have the things where you can actually go down there and buy the fish straight from the dock. Where they probably got some places that.
We understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Unless you're like, you know, if you're not like in Maine or places that you could buy it straight from the thing. Yeah, you want to go to these Whole Food places.
Yeah, wait. Took me by shock.
It took you by shock?
Yeah, and this is milk.
Huh?
Yeah. Thank God you just drink almond milk. You're the most luckiest one. For those of us who drink any milk, any milk.
Yeah, I heard it's not good for you.
American milk has something called the RBST or the BGH hormones.
Okay.
No wonder people think they are girls when they are boys, and they are boys when they are girls. These hormones confuse us.
Yeah.
You know, they're confusing our bodies.
You're giving your children as little children, you're giving them whole milk or whatever.
Because you think it's good. It's from a cow.
Yeah. Even like with the milk, the baby milk, that's the formula. You know, they have these different ingredients in there. Yeah, so it's not good for you. That's why breastfeeding is best. If you're going to breastfeed, if you're breastfeeding milk, it's the best. But even breastfeeding, because if the mother is drinking that milk, it's consuming the stuff.
But I mean, I think breast milk is the safest for kids because it's filtered somehow. God does his own thing. But let's just talk about this regular milk, right? Which has these chemicals which are banned in Canada and Europe, in the European Union, but in America we're drinking it. Yeah. It has this BGH or RBST, which is an artificial hormone that stimulates milk production. And guess what FDA says? There's no difference between milk that has these artificial hormones and cow milk. Lies.
But you gotta remember, America is a business. It's a business.
You better know it.
And FDA is a business. So whatever's gonna help America grow, you know, they're gonna. So they let things go, some things, because food and drug is the biggest thing in America.
And guess what? This RBST.
That's why they had to legalize weed.
Yeah, it's all about money. So guess how it's harmful to humans? Oh my God! I was like, what? Just regular milk, and you're thinking you're drinking your calcium versus the soda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You always go to milk versus soda.
Yes.
Because you're thinking, oh my God, I'm getting the calcium that I need. No, you're actually getting cancer. Because it's saying it's linked to an increased cancer risk and high blood pressure.
High blood pressure. Okay.
They say it has also high blood levels of IGF-1, which has been linked to premenopausal breast cancer. That is crazy.
Yes, that's crazy.
Premenopausal breast cancer.
Now, what happened if you drink it directly from the cow?
I think that's pretty okay,
okay.
But it has to be pasteurized, of course, to make sure that the pesticides or whatever is removed from it.
But you're not getting all the hormones stuff.
There's no hormones at all.
Yeah, because you
can boil. In fact, the pasteurization, you can just boil it.
Yeah, boil it. Yes, you can boil it. Because that's how they used to do it back in the days.
Another thing is that even this BRBST is so bad that in males it promotes prostate cancer.
Prostate. See, and all these different
colon cancer.
All these different diseases come about because of the foods that we eat, and so that's why we got to be very careful. I remember, earlier in the year, I think I said it before in the previous episode, when the Spirit of the Lord told me to go back to the earth. go back to the earth and
But if you can afford it, the Spirit of the Lord can tell you. But if you can't afford it, then what do you do?
Well, it told me to go back to but it did tell me to go back to the earth because by you doing some things, like I said, don't tell me we can afford it. A lot of things we can afford. Unless you don't got no job, you're not working, whatever. But if you're working, you got a decent job, then you can afford it. If you could pay for sneakers, if you could pay for a phone, then you could pay for food, or you could pay for eat quality food. Even if you have to put yourself on a budget and you know what, I'm gonna sacrifice this so I can get quality milk. Or that's what it's about.
Yeah. So the next one is
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
I knew it was bad for you. Yes.
You knew it? How?
Yes, I always do. We knew that in the hood. Yeah,
Oh
Mountain
my
Dew. Yeah,
God.
we knew that in the hood.
How?
Mountain Dew, especially for men. We know that in the hood. Yeah, Mountain Dew is not good for you.
That is crazy.
It's not good. You're gonna be sterile.
And it's
Definitely
being slowly phased out because of how bad it is.
Yeah, you're gonna be sterile.
Because you know what it does? It can damage your liver, heart, and brain.
Heart and brain.
That is insane. And Mountain Dew is good. Yeah. That's why it's so bad for you.
That's so bad for you.
Oh my God! So Mountain Dew has this citrus flavored. It's a citrus flavored soft drink, and that's why it tastes so good because it's that citrus thing.
Citrus.
It uses brominated vegetable oil.
Okay.
BVO is abbreviated as an emulsifier. So BVO is banned in Japan and in the European Union. Japanese people don't play.
Yeah, Japan don't play.
That's why they're so healthy.
Yeah.
In European Union, because it contains this bromine, which is an element found in brominated flame retardants, which can build up in the body and potentially lead to memory loss as well as skin and nerve problems.
Now, just like what's that?
Skin and nerve problems.
What's the disease that's prevalent right now that wasn't really prevalent back then? No, not Alzheimer's. Not Alzheimer's that these children be having. That these children be getting now.
Yeah, it's
the next day.
Autism. Yes. Autism. Yeah. But because these food that we eating, it's causing our children to have autism. Like all these different diseases, it's pretty new. I mean, you had autism back then, but you didn't really have it. Now it seems like every child have autism.
Yeah.
You have children late in your age.
Anything that has BVO, check your labels.
Check your labels.
Do not touch because it has a potential.
You said BBO?
BVO.
BVO.
Yeah.
And a lot of times in fine print.
It's there though.
It's there.
It's
a lot of
there.
times in that bottom.
I think we just have to teach ourselves
to
not
read the whole label.
To just read labels and not just
labels.
to take because it's cheap, it's affordable, but think about long term.
Especially now they be putting all these different things in your food. It's not good for you.
You want the next one?
Yeah. That's it. Chicken.
But not just any chicken, it's chlorinated chicken. So chicken that has been put in chlorine. You know what chlorine is?
Yeah. It's a chemical. It's a chemical. It's
that
like
they
poison. It's poison.
Not really. It's not poison, but it's what they add in bleach.
Yeah, bleach. Yeah, chlorine.
So they bleaching your meat.
And they put it in a pool as well.
They put it in the pool as well.
They put it in the pool.
To kill germs.
But
now they're putting it in your food. And remember they say you shouldn't drink pool water?
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
You shouldn't drink bleach?
Yeah.
So why are they making us eat meat with bleach?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what Trump actually said?
What?
COVID can be cured with bleach.
Yeah, I remember
he said that. So the chicken has been chlorinated. And this is mostly chicken that's produced in the USA.
Yes.
It gets washed in chlorine to reduce the risk of spreading diseases.
Yes. Okay.
It just doesn't make sense. That's what they're saying. And illnesses.
You know they gotta
like
come up with something to justify it, to sell it. They gotta come up with something because it's a business. It's big business. FDA is big business. So they gotta come up with a way to justify, to sell these chemicals. They gotta find a way.
And this practice has been banned in the UK and in in Europe because they say it promotes unsanitary farming practices because they know that no matter how filthy it is, they're gonna dip that chicken in that chlorine and keep it going and put it in your shelves and in your plates. In the meantime, you ingesting bleach because it's like you're ingesting bleach.
Yeah.
You're ingesting this chlorine, and that's why we're getting sick.
Yeah. You know how I know when things is not when it's chlorinated or whatever. The chicken don't have no more meat on it.
It has a lot of water.
Yeah, you're not.
But also remember, they ingesting they adding stuff into these chickens because most of the chicken that we eating now, it's not real chicken.
It's not real chicken. Like
It's
if you go to
lab-grown.
these restaurants, you see when you could tell when you go to a restaurant that probably selling organic chicken and restaurants that have these chlorinated hormone chickens because you see certain restaurants, when you purchase the chicken, it has a lot of meat on it where you could eat and you could suck on the bone and it tastes so good. You know,
Yeah, most of the chicken you can't even suck on the bone anymore.
You can't suck on the bone. It's so thin. You got no meat on it. I don't want to say the name because I do like their chicken, but they don't have that much meat on it.
And FDA will say it doesn't cause any, it doesn't pose any human health concerns, whatever. Because they're saying it's not in the final product. But still, how do you know that there's no remnants, stuff? Because they feel like they're still going to go clean it up. They remove that. By the time it ends up on your plate, it's already cleaned out. That's not true, So be careful of the type of chicken that you eat. Most of them now they're promoting, they would be saying no antibiotics, and because some of these chickens they add antibiotics, no hormones, but they don't speak about the chlorine.
Yes, they don't speak about
So I don't know what we're gonna do, guys. What are we gonna eat? So it's actually red meat.
Red meat, okay.
But it's meat with something called Ractopamine. Ractopamine.
Yeah, because even though chicken, red meat, we're not saying, because you could, if like it's back again, if it's foreign grade, if it's naturally, they naturally allowing the animals to go through its transgressions.
But that's taking too long.
I know, but that's the only way. But it's
and my point is that's why they want it to be.
Yeah, because they want it fast. It's big business, so they don't want it's because when the animal doing it takes too long for the animal to develop. From an animal from a baby to it takes too long, so they want no. Come on, let's speed up this process.
So listen to this ractopamine that they're adding.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's like chicken, red meat. And some companies actually in the US they add this ractopamine even in chicken because even in pigs, poultry,
pork.
Yeah. So they say it helps to increase lean muscle growth, so that the meat doesn't look too fatty.
Okay.
And in livestock, so you think the meat is looking good and everything, but it has this ractopamine. Let me tell you what this ractopamine.
It's poison. It's poison.
What harm it has. It's associated with major health problems in food-producing animals, such as Down syndrome.
Down syndrome.
That's why we're having more and more children with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And severe cardiovascular stress, and has been linked to heart problems and even poisoning in humans.
Yeah. That's why we see a lot of autism.
Yeah.
Autism, Down syndrome children.
Kids, yeah. So the ractopamine is a drug that stimulates beta androgenic receptors. This is a class of substances that has effects similar to these words, my God, epinephrine, and also but the whole point is they reduce fat. So they're trying to make your meat look less fat, because we're always going for lean meat. Because when it's too fatty, you don't like that. You think it's going to make you fat, but it's actually making you more sick because of that leanness. And because it's not normal leanness.
Not normal, yeah.
There's a lot of abnormality.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are we going to eat?
Well, you're gonna do what you can until you get to that point to be able to go close to the source. You gotta do what you can. Like I said, like I said, you start out with one. Maybe if you love your chicken, make sure you get the organic chicken, and then every now and then, like I said, whatever is the worst, you pick the one that's the worst. You don't get that one. Try to get mostly organic, and then you just balance it out because it's a balance. Long you have. They say 80-20.
Okay, moving on. We're moving on to something much more sweeter now.
Yes.
Little Debbie sweets.
Little Debbie sweet. Yeah, all sweets is not good for you.
This is an American one because I don't think
sweet rolls.
I haven't seen
Swiss rolls. That's sweet. Swiss
rolls.
Swiss rolls.
Those little Debbie ones.
Yeah, Swiss rolls. Them things is good too.
And
them things good for you.
But bad for you.
Yeah, they bad for you. But
it's not good for you. You just said those things are good for you.
No, they're good. They're delicious though.
Good,
they're delicious.
But
Here's the thing too. That's why I said the 80-20 rule. This is why I do things in moderation. I love them, so I was still eating them, even though I know they're bad for me.
What?
Yeah, I was still eating them. Well, they good. Oh yeah, they're good.
No more Little Debbie's for me. I've tasted them. They taste really nice.
They're delicious.
Listen.
But you don't eat them every day. The thing is, when you start eating them every day.
But these things are addictive because these additives that they add, they're addictive. Okay, let's hear why. Let's hear Little why. Debbie's. So Little Debbie's, they have food dyes.
Food dyes, yes. Most foods have food dyes.
And red 40, while and they are really bad.
Most junks is really bad.
So this food dye, yellow 5 and red 40, is found in a lot of candy, in a lot of
cookies, sweets,
desserts. Yeah. That's a big no-no, especially for children. Some countries, in Europe, they didn't have it. They banned it, but they've brought it back in now. But they have these big warning signs on them that says it has these dyes, yellow 5 and red 40. So it's at your discretion if you want to give them to your kids.
So this is what I say, because certain things I like. So I'm not gonna say don't enjoy. So this is why the 80-20 rule. Okay, certain things I won't eat that's not good for me because I want to eat more healthy because I do like to splurge every now and then. I want my cake sometimes. Every now and then I want that cake, or every now and then I want that chips. But guess what? Now I'm like, okay, you know what? I got the chips, so now I gotta make sure I eat healthy. I gotta have that organic salad.
I think after this, you'll know why you should not eat this
chicken
ever again. Because the red 40. Let's start with the red 40.
Okay.
What does it do to your body? First of all, this is a synthetic food dye.
Okay.
Synthetic already tells it's not genuine.
It's not genuine, yes.
It's made of petroleum.
Okay.
Do you know what petroleum is?
No, I know. It's an oil.
Yes, that they make gas with.
Okay.
Well, petrol, guys. Gas in your body. Let's continue. It's linked, research has shown that it is linked to certain ADHD symptoms.
ADHD?
Drop mic. Where's drop mic?
No drop mic.
ADHD symptoms. Your kids are running around like they crazy.
Hyper.
It's because you're feeding them these candies and these desserts that have this red 40. Look out for your labels. And so it's causing hyperactivity. And also it causes neurobehavioral effects in children. Which has to do with the brain.
The brain.
So you can check out the food labels and make sure that it doesn't have the yellow 5 and the R40, the red 40.
Yeah, especially because, like you said, when children, they just let them have it every day. That's not good for you. Even with children, you don't want to have every day.
Listen to this
24
worst
hours.
one. It contains cancer-causing chemicals called benzene.
I don't know what benzene is, but all I know it's not good for
bad.
you. All I know it's not good for you. It's not good for you. Yes, we know that.
yellow 5, because I spoke of your red 40, because this is linked to another candy that I'm going to mention. It has
Okay.
the same dyes, which you have to stay away from. And I love these candies that I'm about to talk about. But anyways, the yellow 5 dye, because we spoke of yellow 5 and red 40. Yellow 5, it's a tartrazine, okay, excuse my English or my pronunciation, known as the yellow 5. It's been associated with behavioral changes, including irritability. That's
Okay.
why kids are so irritable.
Yeah.
Restlessness, depression, and difficulty with sleeping.
And the reason why, if you can't sleep at night.
And the reason why you can't sleep at night. FDA still says, nah, it's a good thing. Then why are other countries banning it? You know the other candy? You want to guess the other candy?
No, I don't. Come on. You don't want me to see?
Skittles.
Skittles?
Yes! I love Skittles.
I like Skittles, but it's not my favorite, so I don't care about Skittles. Now, if you were to say, like, Baby Ruth, if you were to say Reese's Pieces, if you say...
So Skittles they don't only have yellow...
If you say M&M's, then yeah.
But no, I'm gonna actually go deeper and look at more candies and stuff like that. Because just like cereal, there's actually a long list of cereal that's banned. Well, that has the chemical that we don't want in food. With Skittles, it doesn't only have yellow 6 and red 40. It also has yellow 5.
Yellow 5.
So yellow 5, yellow 6, and red 40. These dyes are known to have adverse effects on young children. And we've mentioned these effects. So stay away from Skittles.
Oh, man.
So I forgot to mention...
This one? Oh, man.
I forgot to mention Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Is the same. It has the same thing as what's the soda that we mentioned?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
What?
Yep, Gatorade.
Gatorade?
Gatorade.
Oh, and sports athletes drink Gatorade.
Plus, it doesn't only have what we mentioned in the
Mountain Dew.
What was it in Mountain
Dew.
Dew? What was it? It doesn't only have the BVO Gatorade.
The BVO.
Remember the BVO?
Okay.
It also has the dyes, the yellow 5 and the yellow 6.
The yellow 5 and the yellow 6.
And remember, those go to your brain.
And guess what? Oh, so it's not ready to hit a lot of times. Because the CTE and athletes, it could be the Gatorade that they drink and that causing the CTE.
So
look at that.
Gatorade, this is what it claims. It claims to replenish electrolytes, but it also contains these food dyes because that's what gives it the color.
Yeah,
that's
the color.
Why there's all these different colors. These colors are banned in Europe, and they carry warnings of these products that we already mentioned. So why are we giving our athletes these things?
Yeah.
Yellow 5 and yellow 6.
A lot of times they blame the hits, but it might not be of course the hits it causes too, but also it could be the Gatorade as well that causing the CT. We don't know that. It could be the hits, but also it could be the Gatorade.
Another thing that got me alarmed is bread, and this is a common food. It has something called the bread. It is tainted with potassium bromate. So potassium bromate, what it does is it helps the bread to rise quickly.
Yes, to rise, yeah.
But that's the bad thing. It shouldn't allow it to rise.
It should go at its normal transitions.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the potassium bromate, it's added to bread dough as a strengthener that creates a higher rise, reduces baking time and cost. See, all about the bottom line. And gives finished loaves a bright white color. So if your bread is looking bright and white, know that it could have potassium bromate. The chemical is linked to cancer and nervous system damage. Jesus. And kidney damage.
Kidney damage, okay.
Countries such as UK, Peru, and other European countries have banned this, while America says, bring it on. You'll find it in your bagel chips, you'll find it in your rolls, you'll find it in even breadcrumbs in America. The nation is dying.
Yes, the nation is
Potassium
dying.
Bromate.
Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy. So we're saying, like you said, be aware of what you're eating.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then I'm
read
gonna
the
close it off
labels.
because there's so much. I'm just gonna close it off with one last food. I mean, if you guys feel that this has been educational for you, and you want to know more about these foods, because the more I do research on them, the more I'm like taken aback. Like, what are we gonna end up eating? Put it in the comment section. Let us know so that I can break it down even some more. I can bring in, tell you about more products, but we'll only do it if you guys want to know more about it. I know it's been a bit of a one because I've been looking for more information because we want to give you the accurate information. We want to fact check these things and not just take it and give you what's, something that's just surface.
Surface, surface information.
So it's Coffee Mate. We actually have this
Coffee
in
Mate.
our fridge right now.
We don't have Coffee Mate though.
But it's still a creamer.
It's still a creamer.
It has trans fats.
Okay.
Okay, and trans fats, we know that they are no good.
Yeah.
No wonder I'm getting fat because I'm having this coffee every day. Trans fat, like these partially hydrogenated soybeans and cottonseed oils that's found in Coffee Mate or these coffee creamers, and it's linked to heart disease.
Heart disease. Okay. That's good to know.
I'm speechless because I'm drinking this every day. And I'm going to finish it up in the fridge.
Finish it up, and that'll be your last time.
This is my last time.
Your last time.
And to see how bad it is, it's been banned. Okay, it's now officially banned in the US, they saying, but some companies still use it. It's been banned since 2018. And they still linger in US food supply, that's what it's saying. They are also banned in other countries such as Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, Iceland, Norway, and Denmark. But in America, you still find it in most foods. And the sad part is that it's something that's in our fridge right now. It might not be the same brand, but it's still the same thing, right? And
Yeah, and the reason why I do put the cream in it because I don't put sugar in my own coffee.
It's just as bad.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just as bad.
Just as bad.
I don't put sugar in my coffee, so I like to have some flavor or whatever. So yeah, but no more creamer for me. No more creamer for me.
No more creamer. Yep.
Some things you could do without, and you find, and that's the thing, you find what you could do without, and then you find other replacements, especially even on your budget. You're like, okay, I could do without with this, and I have this. So, and you start small. Yeah. Start where you at, and then, as you, every week, every day, every month, you eliminate something else, and you add another, and you add something else. So you eliminate one, you add one. You eliminate another, you add another. And so that's how you're doing it.
It's so funny, though, that Coffee Mate is still found in stores, but it's already been banned. How is it ending up in stores when it's a banned product?
It's big business. It's big business, man. But it's like, again, too, another thing, too, if we keep buying it, they're going to keep supplying it.
Absolutely.
If we stop buying it, this is why this podcast episode like this is important, because we are aware. Now it's up to us to make a decision if we don't buy it. If we don't buy it, they won't sell it because they be losing money.
And we're putting the awareness out there.
Yeah. So if
There's so many products, guys, just because we don't want to make this video long. If you're really interested in wanting to know more, let us know, because wow, some of these products are available in South Africa as well, and that's the crazy part. Like, you'll find them in third world countries.
Yeah.
And these people, they buy because they think, it's reasonable. They're not knowing that they're putting poison in their bodies.
Poison in their bodies.
That's why we are sick generation. All these cancers coming out of nowhere. It's
out of nowhere.
That we're putting in our bodies.
Out of nowhere. This stuff wasn't like back in the days. It's just, you start seeing it more and more now.
Because they're just trying to get that bottom line. Especially with the cost of living being so high, they're going to try to cut corners more and more.
And it's up to us to be woke,
vigilant.
Read labels.
No,
be smart.
But the thing is, reading labels, you have to know what you're reading.
Yeah, to know what you're
so
reading.
that's why when you watch this episode, go back, pause it,
Yes.
take notes,
Take
know
notes,
these
yes.
BVOs.
Yeah.
We learning
Yeah.
them for the first
Yeah.
time as
Know
well
the
with you
BVOs.
guys. And it's like, whoa, what? You know, so just be careful.
Yeah,
be careful what you're feeding your kids. Be careful what you're feeding yourself. And now I know why I'm getting fatter and fatter without any notice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's some of the stuff that I've been consuming on a daily basis. This coffee creamer is a good example. Like you said, we don't buy sugar, but we buy the coffee creamer. And I drink it on a daily basis because we work so much and we're trying to keep awake. Now we know that
No more creamers. No more creamers. No more creamers. That's something that we can eliminate. I still drink coffee, but I won't drink the creamer no more.
And do subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Share with your family, friends, enemies, and frenemies, and even strangers, whoever that you feel might benefit from this. You know that obese friend of yours that's almost 600 pounds? Yeah, they need to hear this video because wow, they might not just be that heavy. Maybe it's because of the things that they're eating and what's in that food.
That's why we got obese. Like, and another thing too, while we're on this food thing, we say also go and find out your blood type.
Yeah. On that note, we want to say thank you for tuning in. Take care. See you next week.
Deuces.
Not next week. See you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.